His cooking has been described as fresh, local, extremely flavorful, and thus uniquely Canadian. Not bad for a guy who started off as a dishwasher at the age of 12. Let's go inside and meet the man in the kitchen at Wine Bar, Chef Bryan Burke. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
Good afternoon.
Thanks for letting us into your kitchen. To be a certain type of co-owner and chef, I mean, you have to love the open concept. Do you thrive more in the open concept when people are looking at you cook, or do you prefer sometimes to have that privacy?
It all depends on I guess it all depends on your mood some nights. But 99% of the time is, I love teaching. Both my parents were teachers,
right?
And I swore I would never do it. But here I am. I've got apprentices I teach all day long, and then when you're cooking here for guests, you're essentially teaching them. You're educating them all day long.
First off, how do you deal with the accolades of being a renowned, artisanal, fresh, local chef in the city?
There's, I tend not to really worry about them too much and just spend all of my energy focusing on just cooking really good food.
Where did this motivation come from to be local focused and artisanal and fresh focused?
For me, a lot of my training wasn't local as a fad. It was local as a lifestyle.
Right.
It was local of sustainability is what it is. Sustaining our country, sustaining our small towns, farmers, communities. So today we have some Ontario pickerel, which comes from a lake that's just off of Lake Erie. Nice. So we're going to do crispy skin seared pickerel with a risotto. Local, again, the local cherry tomatoes, asparagus, green onions, some parsley. We're going to shave some Toscano cheese, which is from Monforte Dairies, which is out of Stratford. We're going to get a pan nice and hot. Put a little bit of olive oil. And so I'm just going to season with a little bit of pepper, a little bit of kosher salt. Just going to press it really lightly so the skin stays nice and smooth and sticks to the pan. For the risotto, we'll reduce. Again, we'll start with a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to start with a little bit of shallots, a little bit of garlic. Cook just for a moment. I'm going to chop up some leeks. I'm going to leave them nice and big so you get to actually really eat a big chunk of leek. And add a little bit of wine. So again, you try and use whatever wine you want to cook with and drink with. With risotto, you always want to keep it moving. If it's not moving, you're just boiling rice. And where you get that natural creaminess in the risotto is from essentially when you're mixing and mixing and mixing, it's washing the starch off the outside of each rice. Just going to add some chopped up asparagus, a few cherry tomatoes. I'm just going to use a little bit of vegetable stock. I'm just going to shave a bit of Toscano in. Again, so there's the risotto. You can see how it's nice and creamy looking.
Yeah. You're still instituting all the elements of color and you're packing a punch.
Yeah.
The way it's supposed to be at the Wine Bar. Bryan Burke, thanks very much, sir.
No problem. Thank you.
Fantastic dish. One more time to describe it for us.
So we have Ontario pickerel on a spring summer risotto with local cherry tomatoes, asparagus, and a Monforte Toscano sheep's milk cheese.
Awesome. Bryan Burke, co-owner, executive chef of Wine Bar. Thanks very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.